I'm Dr. Thomas, Larry Thomas. I'm a neuropsychologist. I've been in practice for 37 years. And one of the things I specialize in is doing what's called high-stakes testing evaluations. This is where a person who is slow in reading but intelligent otherwise, and in order to get a good score on some of these high-stakes tests, like the MCAT, GMAT, GREs, LSAT, in order to get a good score on these tests, this particular kind of person, a learning disabled person, needs extra time. And the reason we call it high stakes is that if you get a good score on one of these tests and can get into a much better school than you would otherwise, your life is going to be different. I mean, I'll give you an example. I'm a Yale graduate, and people think I'm smart, and that's very convenient for me. If you get into a good law school or medical school or other kind of graduate advanced training, and you succeed and get your degree, your life is going to be different. If you're a Yale, Harvard, Princeton graduate or some other reasonably good school graduate, your life will be different. You know this yourself, and that's why you're searching out how you can get the extra time on these kinds of tests. Now, it's required that you get an evaluation that's really in-depth. The testing organizations want you to do an evaluation that essentially is about 8 hours of face-to-face testing, and it takes another 7 hours to score the material and write the report. At $250 an hour, which is my current rate, that adds up to almost $3,800 in as far as the price goes for the testing. Insurance companies do not pay for these kinds of evaluations because they'll only pay for something that is of a medical necessity. And furthering your career is not what they would grant as a medical necessity. It's usually done, this kind of evaluation is usually done over 2 days, maybe more, and it's done during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's how we work. Sometimes these evaluations are tricky, and it is usually required that you submit historical documentation that you've had a learning disability all your life. You need not have been officially diagnosed as having a learning disability during your younger years, but you need to show that in fact you deserved accommodations. That is, your reading, timed reading comprehension, or mathematical ability, or some other learning function is below average, or very close to below average by virtue of test scores that might be found on transcripts. So that's the basic idea of high-stakes testing evaluations. We have done 4,000 to 5,000 of these over 37 years. And we probably have one of the highest success rates known, way over 95%. I can't even think of a case where we have not been granted accommodations. But that's because people know, they know what they need. They have had learning problems all their lives. They're slow in processing information. They take much longer to do studying and tasks in their college careers. And it's just, they know very well what their deficits are, but they really want to succeed in life. They want to go to the best school possible, and generally I have had so many successes I cannot count them. So that's the basic story of high-stakes evaluations.